Hello everybody. How is the sound? Are we Robofella or are we not Robofella? Robofella had another cameo the other day, right at the end of the game. They're saying I could hop in for an interview. Let me just do that. Hopefully you guys can hear them if I do hop in.
Aber wenn wir verlieren, sind alle enttäuscht.
Wer ist rot und wer ist blau?
Das könnt ihr euch unter euch
Ja,
blau?
ist doch das hässliche.
Das könnt ihr euch unter euch machen. Fubuky ist als erstes
Nein,
drin, kommt
er
in
ist so
Rot.
ein Elendien, hellblau for the win.
Ach du Heilige.
Ich nehme an, wenn wir verlieren, sind alle enttäuscht.
Ich muss sagen, ich hätte auch gern blau, weil er ist nur blau, das wäre blau.
Das könnt ihr euch unter euch machen. Das erste Match ist als erstes
Nein, er ist so
Rot.
ein Elendien, hellblau for the win.
Ach du Heilige.
Ich nehme an, wenn wir verlieren, sind alle enttäuscht.
Ich muss sagen, ich hätte auch gern blau, weil er ist nur blau, das wäre blau.
Das könnt ihr euch unter euch machen. Das erste Match ist als erstes
Nein, er ist so
Rot.
ein Elendien, hellblau for the win.
Ach du Heilige.
Ich muss sagen, ich hätte auch gern blau, weil er ist nur blau, das wäre blau.
Das könnt ihr euch unter euch machen. Das erste Match ist
Ich muss sagen, ich hätte auch gern blau, weil er ist nur Ich muss sagen, ich hätte auch gern blau, weil er ist nur blau, das wäre blau.
I should really just, like... Oh, that sounds good. Learn how... Right then. So that interview went amazingly well so far. Right, but we are actually in the game now and we're ready to go. So, it looks like Smaergollum is going to go Rohan. Hello chat, how are we all? Let me get the live chat up. We got 4 people. Nice. We did have 6, but then they all left because my stream is shit. Now it seems fine. Yeah, I don't know. Something's. I did test it out the other day and it worked fine, but for some reason now it's just gone AWOL again. But we're off. We're back. Good luck, have fun by both. So Smaergollum is going Rohan and Fubuky is going Gondor, and I've got my coffee here, not tea, coffee, because I'm European now. Quality over quantity. Yep. So, here in the top right hand corner, blue, it is Smaergollum, the legend that is. And in the bottom left, I'm doing the Luke thing by the way. The bottom left, and I'm going to swing my camera around like this to look professional. We've got Fubuky, who is playing Gondor. So Fubuky going straight for a barracks, clearly copying Goodfella style. I am the one who invented building barracks. And Rohan also playing the fella style, building a barracks, and probably going to get units. What a complete copyright that is. He's even getting farms, look. This is exactly what I do too. Anyway, so starter unit going off to creep the goblins. And second starter unit going off to creep the spiders along with Pippin. So a little bit of a slower start for Gondor based on the current meta, I would say. Do the accent as well, please. The accent of Luke. I don't know. Let me make this deal. I will try and learn it because I consider myself quite good at accents. I'll try and learn it, and I will do it in the next stream. That can be a deal. I'd have to listen to it a couple of times before I learn it. So, Sword Battalion coming out. A Pike is queued up. A Battalion of Peasants is coming out over here for Rohan. Let's have a quick look at the CP. So, 191, 100 resources, and 400 resources being floated, I guess. Floated. 400 resources is a bit difficult to say that it's being floated. And he's grabbed his farm over here, so that's absolutely fine. So, 3 farms up for Rohan. Probably going to get the 4th one over here. Both players going for outside ecos. What noobs? Did they not realise that that is not the meta at the moment? Gondor behind on the eco, definitely, though. He's only got 1 farm. Going to be grabbing his 2nd one here, I presume. 2nd one is coming up here. So he's behind on eco. However, he's managing to produce some troops. And he's slightly ahead in terms of CP on the troops. This is Rohan on... Ooh, the Pippin versus the Merry. They fell out over mushrooms or something, I guess. But Merry just with the speed. Look at those speed lines. Damn, it's like Sonic. Pippin could use his speed boost here and actually catch him. Decides against it and walks away. So Gondor here grabbing some more farms. Yeah, this is Rohan on Iron Hills, which is such a good map for Rohan because it's so big and wide and expensive. 1,000 resources here for Smaergollum. Is the gambling meta, is it real? Oh, it's not real. He hasn't gone for it. He spent 1,000 resources on something, though. It looks like he's gone straight for the exile camp. So, the exile camp start for Rohan. I mean, does he not realise that the gambling start is where it is at these days? Gondor units being chased by spiders. Nice. So, a little bit of harassment from Rohan over here. He's feeling safe to just be spamming swords at the moment. No pikes being produced as of yet. And it's really Gondor that's going to have to start to produce a lot of pikes. How many pikes has he actually got? So, sword over here creeping these goblins in the meantime. He's got 2 battalions of pikes out. So that's a reasonable defense against the cavalry. However, some of his units are not currently protected by the pikes. So he could be in a little bit of trouble when this cavalry comes out. Cavalry heading this way. Is he aware that there are some sword units over here? Not sure if he is. So, ooh, the pike misplaced there. And some heavy damage done to that battalion. Hasn't quite killed it, but some heavy damage being done. Pikes versus swords. Das ist nicht gut. Das ist sehr schlecht. And now the cavalry coming in to target the swords as well. So Fubuky in a little bit of trouble early on in this game. And look at that damage. And now he did go through those pikes, but the pikes are heavily damaged anyway. It looks like he's going to potentially lose both of these battalions. In the meantime, cavalry charging in over here, but the pikes managing to defend and fend them off. He's actually kept both of those battalions alive. They're just very weak. Oh, a little base rush from Rohan that I missed as well, but it didn't come to anything. Targeted the Citadel of all things. Cavalry just charging into pikes there. That's not good. You could always bring them away and heal them. I liked Luke's strategy of just producing loads of cavalry and charging them into pikes and not really caring and killing them anyway. But it's not really going to work with just 1 battalion of cavalry. Even though they are quite cheap. How much are they? 340 resources at the moment, so not too dissimilar to the cost of pikes. He's splitting his cavalry well and harassing over here in the meantime. This 1 battalion of Gondor units is the MVP so far of this match. Level 4 and creeping some goblins. Doing a really nice job of grabbing some map control. But it's looking like Rohan is really, really far ahead at the moment, to me. Like, he's got a lot of the outside farms. And he's already got a mixed army of cavalry and infantry, whereas Gondor is just stuck on cavalry. Is just stuck on infantry, and his infantry is weaker than Rohan's infantry because he's got pikes. Although having said that, there's not that much infantry of Rohan, to be honest with you. So probably Gondor's is actually stronger than Rohan at the moment with all of these swords. He's actually going to try and get the exile camp here. Actually trying to get the exile camp. So he's got a couple pikes and he's got a few sword battalions. He could actually get this, take this down here. He's using this rock quite nicely to bunch up his units, which is going to increase the damage. Rohan, unfortunately, does not get a rebuild. Is he going to try and charge into this? Close. Well, you can't really do that with 2 battalions of pikes there. Exile camp on half health now. So he is definitely going to be able to get this exile camp down, which is a nice catch. Is it enough, though? Because I feel like Rohan is quite far ahead at the moment. Let's see what happens here with these pikes and these swords. Cavalry coming in to charge in, but it's going to be hard for him to replenish them. I would avoid charging in there. The barrage comes in and Rohan just has to retreat, and pikes in the porcupine formation. So if the cavalry does, if you didn't know, if the cavalry goes into the porcupine formation, then they stop right where they are. But just about missed it there. Don't know what happened to my voice then. So in comes some more swords, and cavalry, he keeps moving into the cavalry. I would put them on defensive so that they don't start charging in. Gondor's starting to regain some control of the map. This barrage, nice to fend off the units as well. He sees some swords here that have potentially got no pikes. He's going to try and go for them. Now the issue with Rohan here is their infantry is just not that strong. Look at these swords dying to this clump of Gondor. Yes, they've got the cavalry, but they need stronger infantry at the moment. Gondor managing to regain control of some of the map now. Rohan harassing a farm, and it looks like he's going to win against these pikes, which is not good for Gondor because they need to keep hold of their pikes. He needs to not forget that there is cavalry on the field, and every single pike is going to be really important. He's gone for a ranger tent here. That's interesting. So gone for a ranger tent, potentially getting ready for the cav archers already. And here is Gamling, the legend that is, the Gamster, the big G-man. CP, 700 CP for Gondor. So instead of going for the CP, Smaergollum here has decided to go for Gamling. I don't mind that decision, to be honest with you. I don't mind that decision because he needs his infantry to be stronger. And his infantry will be a lot stronger if he's got Gamling. Rohan here has now discovered that Gondor got that farm quite a while ago. And here the MVPs are now on level 5. Level 5 starter battalion. Nice. The Brunnen in the basin. And he's just rebuilt he's just gone for the rebuild on it. He just completely rebuilt the exile camp. And why not when he's got all of this map, all of this income from all of these outside farms? Gondor currently sitting on 5 farms. Rohan, though, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in base, 5, 6, 7. So Rohan's slightly ahead in terms of the economy, but not super far ahead. It's looking like Gondor. Look at this army of Gondor. Lots of swords and pikes. However, Gamling could be the deciding factor here. Having said that, Rangers have come out now, and Rangers are going to deal a huge amount of damage. If he can transition now into cavalry of his own, cavalry into the pikes. If Gondor can get some cavalry of his own, these Rangers are going to become even more powerful. Not the best micromanagement of them, though. Peasants bashing them in the face with some hammers, but not actually killing any of the units. I like that animation where the Rangers get a sword out and do a little melee fight like that. This is not actually looking good for Smaergollum here. Look at Gamling. All of his units have been killed to the stronger infantry and the Rangers. Now Gamling is in some real trouble. This is what I mean by if he had cavalry, it would be even worse. However, are these Gondor units faster? The Gamling strat 2020 is just failing people left, right, and centre, and Gamling goes down. Gamling has been lost. That is huge. I felt like Rohan took the very early game, but Gondor is right back into it now. And if he could kill this exile camp for a second time, let's see how much damage the Druidane do. The only problem is they're getting killed. They're getting killed themselves. So the amount of damage that they managed to deal was not that high because they weren't alive for very long. Looks like Merry's going to go down here too to a level 10 Pippin. They're focusing that Druidane hero. Merry is going to go down. Pippin on low health too, but he's on level 10. Good start so far from both players, but it looks like Gondor is taking the lead here now. And Rohan just charging into the pikes. Let's have a look at his base. He hasn't gone for a stable, so he's not going for cavalry archers. I feel like Rohan is so strong in this matchup, and especially on this map, but Gondor is doing well. Yeah, the tower is the GG move right there. And he can get rid of this statue. Gondor is looking really strong now. 1,200 resources. Just get Gamling back. That's how you win. Get another Gamling. So exile camp down. 2 exile camps have been lost already. Rohan still controls the upper half of the map. complete domination over the upper half of the map, but now he's got no army and there's nothing to stop the Gondor harass. He's got no cavalry either. Now he's building a stables to get some more cavalry. 120 CP is on, whereas Gondor's on 450. Spartacus is going to rage about the wells. What is Spartacus not going to rage about, though, guys? I mean, come on. He can just go heroes now and horse archers. Yeah, well, he went heroes and it failed him. A bit of mismicromanagement of some of his units, but I think he underestimated the power of the Gondor infantry. Gondor decided to creep with all of his army. I would suggest trying to harass these farms now, because you want to, now that you've destroyed his army, you want to get control of the map again so that time starts to favour you, whereas it's Smaergollum who's the one who's splitting and harassing even more. Despite having basically no army, he's the one that's actually making better use of it, I would say. 3 units just all over the place, harassing at the moment. And Gondor is just deciding to creep the spiders. Not the best, most efficient use of his army, I would say. He's coming in here now to defend. Let's have a look. He's gone for a siege works. Oh my god. The siege works and straight into a ram. He's trying to end it right here. I mean, it's possible that he's going to do it as well. He does not want to see those cavalry archers coming out. Now, he's got plenty of pikes. He's got 2 battalions of rangers, which are a really, really big deal. So he's not bothered about the map control at the moment. He really doesn't care. He just wants to kill the base. He's pulling his army back to the base. He's getting a second ram out. Oh my goodness me. He wants to end this right here. Is it going to be an overcommitment? Are these Rohan peasants going to get killed by a fire drake? It looks like they probably will. Guys, don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Oh no, they're not going to do it. Here's the clump. Here's the ram. The second ram. His pikes are not near it. Smaergollum's got 2 battalions of cavalry. They could easily snipe the ram here. He's blocking the middle though. Has he seen it? I'm not sure if he's seen it, you know. Here he's going to be able to see this one now. Just there, it's now in his vision. So he knows the rams are there. Is he going to move the cavalry over? He's just focusing on harassing at the moment. But this first ram is now in the clump. This is a big deal. This could be the game. He's seen it and he's targeting it. But the rangers are just going to absolutely slaughter them. This one is out of range. The cavalry is getting close to the rangers. He needs to micromanage this well. Otherwise, he's going to lose a lot of them. But he just pulls back a little bit. That was a little bit of mismicromanagement there from Smaergollum. Now, none of those battalions have died. None of the units in the battalion. They're on very low health, but their damage output is exactly the same as it was before. Another trample though, and they would definitely be down. Rohan now he's still harassing. He's got complete control over the map. This is really, really interesting. Gondor just going straight for the base, whereas Rohan has got a super high lead in economy. This genuinely is a siege now, because the time is in Rohan's favour. If Rohan can survive, he's getting cavalry archers out too. This is a massive deal. This is huge. This is a genuine siege, because Rohan, if he survives, especially if he gets a lot of cav archers out, will be able to kill Gondor. But obviously if Gondor manages a successful siege, then he's going to win. Harassing the farm now, but I thought the strategy was to go for the gate. Just go straight for the gate, surely. And Rohan's going to get the Druidane statues back pretty soon. These rangers now are in big trouble. Just pulling back slightly. Rohan's weak infantry coming in to try and help. Let's have a look at Gondor. 751. He's gone for another CP upgrade. His in-base economy is really strong. He's gone for a marketplace, so maybe he's going to try and get level 2 and just focus on the inside base economy. He's got no control of the map anymore. He has no farms. Actually, he's just got his rage tent. That's it on the outside. Rohan got every single spot of farms here. Very nice harassment from Smaergollum. And Smaergollum's plan now is to survive on the higher economy. He's gone for a postern gate here. To survive on the higher economy, to survive this siege. And if he can do that, he could potentially win. But is Gondor's army too strong here? Lots of swords, lots of pikes, and 2 rangers. Losing pikes to peasants, although they might just be able to win because the peasants are so weak and they're not undrafted. Let's see what happens here. Gondor Rohan complete control of the map. What's he doing with this ram here? He needs to be careful because these rams are good against buildings as well. So it'd be good to keep him alive even after the gate's gone down. I would like maybe a 3rd battalion of rangers. That'd be quite nice. Map control, who needs it? I know, right? Just get wall banners now. Yeah, I wouldn't even be against, in this situation, I can't believe I'm saying this, but in this situation, I wouldn't be against buying like a wall tower. Here's the Druidane, absolutely wrecking the Rangers. The Druidanes could be a big deal in this little fight. But they're outside of the base, and all of Gondor's army is inside the base. A nice use of the barrage there to stop the units coming back in, and cavalry charging into pikes. There's a ram inside his base that's going to target the citadel. One hit on that ram and it will go down. Cavalry trying to get there. He's blocking it with his units, but it's not going to be able to be enough, I don't think. Is he going to be able to get in a hit? He can't quite reach it here. And the ram is dealing massive damage to the citadel. The citadel's down. The ram is down. 270 command points for Rohan. 413 for Gondor. Don't run out. Don't go near the Druidane. What's he doing? He needs to go back in. Smaergollum's giving the GG. Nice game. So the base rush is real, guys. The ram rush. I would never have considered doing that in that situation, but it worked. Maybe I need to rush rams more often. Who needs map control when you got a ram? So 1-0 to Fubuky. What's our predictions, guys? Do we think Fubuky's going to win this in the end, or is Gollum going to win this? I would have thought that Gollum was the favourite. I don't know about you guys, but I assume that Gollum was the favourite in this match. In all of these matches, especially in a Rohan versus Gondor, and especially on Iron Hills. But Fubuky's come with the big W. Oof. He tried the Luke start. What is the Luke start? The worst player that Adain has ever seen. Who? Fubuky's not the worst player that Adain has ever seen. That's you, Spartacus. I mean, that's it's neither of you. It's neither of you. Forget I said that. This one, no over, lol. Fubuky in the lead. I like that game. Nice and quick. And the ram rush. That's the thing now. Like, Gollum had complete control of the map, but to be honest with you, even in 4.4.1, I would say that he would be able to win that. Yeah, this is the first game. I would say even in 4.4.1, like even without the mega fix and everything, I still think he would be able to win that, you know. His army was so strong there. What was Rohan going to do? Yes, Rohan would have got more economy because it would have been uninflated in 4.4.1, but who cares about all the economy when your citadel's dead and you've got, you know, a whole massive army in your base? And the Druidane are great, but the Druidane was summoned outside of the base, and all of his stuff was inside his base. Interesting game. Looks like we're going for a 3v3 on the River Greflud, I guess. I think I'm going to read the books. You know, I've read The Fellowship of the Ring, and I did enjoy it. I never went on to Twin Towers or Return of the King though. I need to read them. Maybe I'll like start reading them in German to help my German. Like as long as like, you know, at least 50% of the sentences are nicht gut or sehr gut, then I'll be fine. And if he talks about a Brunnen, I know exactly what he's talking about. Other than that, I'm pretty fucked though. Soloikos, please tell him. If he loses the best of 3, he's going to kick him from Discord, says Spartacus. So yeah, it sounds like we think that he's the favourite. He's gone for Isengard here. Interesting choice. What is Smaergollum's 3 factions? I don't know. Oh, I'm on Observer. What is Smaergollum's 3 factions? Because one of them that he's gone for is Isengard. Your German is non-existent. I won't go that far. I got some words locked down. I know more than probably the average Englishman now. And that's not even a joke. I would literally know more than probably like, I would say 80% of the population. In England, we're just so bad at learning new languages. I mean, we do languages at school, but then we just forget them. I know the Fenestra is geschlossen. I know that. I know Je suis la fantôme de caravane. I know excusez-moi, je ne comprends pas, je suis anglais. Because that's all you need to know. I know que pasa. I know hombre. But that's it. And everything else is just English. Gondor, Rohan, Eisen. So he's got his Rohan out of the way. Oh, I need to X up. Now it's Eisen. So the last one he's going to have Gondor. But he needs to win this. I would be tempted to go Gondor before Isengard. I don't know about you guys, but Isengard is a difficult one. You could so easily lose with Isengard. I guess here, is Fubuky going to be ready for the Wildman spam and the base rush? Maybe not. Maybe he won't realise. I mean, is he really going to go for the Twin Towers? Almost as good. Almost. Not quite. But you see that? Not Isengard. 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 Not Isengard. Isengard. Ist. Smaergollum. And then in the bottom right-hand corner, playing as Mordor, it is ya boy Fubuky. So going for the Orc start straight away. He's gone for the tower. Tower starts is the new meta. You heard it here last. Towers is the new meta, guys. But why is he building it so far away from his Orc pick? Surely they can just like clump around here and not even be targeted. Yeah, the lag's really bad. Was ist das? Sehr schlecht lag. Creeping over here, it looks like he's gone for the banners to start. I like the Palantir. I really like the Palantir. And the vision of it. What's going on around his base. You can see this tower. You can see this a little bit too far away from the Orc pit as well, I would say. Mordor gone for the banners. Decided not to go for this. Is he going to go for outside farms? Because if he is, he's a massive noob. Let me just take a drink of my coffee. That meme spell. What, the banner carriers or the Palantir? He's not going for outside farms. It looks like he's been watching the Goodfella streams and he knows what's going on. He knows the meta, guys. He knows the tower start. He knows the no farms. And he's gone for a second barracks very early on. Smaergollum creeping the troll. He must have, again, been watching my videos. Otherwise, nobody knew how to creep things before that video came out. Better than mine, at least. Plenty of Orcs being spammed. He's gone for the Warg starts. Nice. I love it. I love the Warg starts. I mean, I don't care if it's effective or not. I give zero shits if it works or not. I just want to see Wargs. I want to see people do stuff like this. And it actually works really, really well. The only issue is that you just add N at the end of everything. The Orcan. The Trollen. It looks like he's trying to fight with the Wildman. I guess there's nothing else to do because he's got two. I like this setup, actually. Now I see why he's gone for the tower like that. So twin towers. And I guess, like, save this space for the banner carrier. I quite like that. Two troll pits that are going to be quite secure because Wildmen have got very, very low armor. So they're not going to be able to survive against the towers for too long. However, they could target them if he gets enough. If he gets like 3 or 4, he could actually target them. Yeah, went for double Wildmen and Wargs. So 2 battalions of Wildmen out so far. Let's have a look at the CP, etc. 500 resources. 335. Not going for any CPs. He's got another spell point ready. The Wargs coming in here now. On Howl mode. And they're managing to trample. Is he going to panic buy some pikes? He's not at the moment. He's going to need a second battalion of Wargs out pretty soon though. 1 battalion by itself is not going to be good enough. And here comes the second battalion of Wargs. Nice. He's now CP limited though. How effective are these Wildmen going to be? Maybe a 3rd Warg would have been even better than these 2 Wildmen. Because what damage are they going to be able to deal? This Warg battalion losing a few of its units. But sometimes that's actually a good thing. As you can see here, it's actually freed up enough CP for a 3rd battalion. And obviously it's way better to have, you know, a battalion with a couple units lost. Another entire battalion is good for that. So actually sometimes losing a few units. Wildman anyway. Free up some more CP for these Wargs. Where's the pikes? He's not going for pikes. This is not how you counter cavalry, guys. You need pikes. And in the meantime, he's making good use with his scouts. I guess the Wildman could be creeping. creep their brethren, their wild brethren over here, to make use of them and actually get some value out of them. Let's have a look. I actually practiced that build back then. Yeah. I think it's legit. I think it's still legit. It's just that it was even stronger back then because of the archer ability of the scouts. He's gone for fire upgrades on his wildmen, trying to make some use out of them. He's going straight for this tower, I assume. Some scouts going down in this battalion. These orcs, are they going to be able to block the wildmen? They are not. The wildmen are going to be able to clump. He needs to stop now and target the tower. That's exactly what he's doing. The wargs now need to come in, although the wargs are fighting this clump over here. Resource steal as well. Down goes that tower. Now move your wildman over here, I guess. That's exactly what he's thinking. He's moving his wildman and his scouts over here, out of the range of these towers. Still in range, but it's targeting Bill Fernie. That is bad micromanagement of the tower. He needs to target these units. I would target the wildman as a priority. Now he's targeting the scouts. More orcs being produced. 3 battalions. Some wildmen's being lost to the wargs. Not great micromanagement there. But this massive clump of Mordor is managing to fend off the push. 2 scouts still alive, and this wildman battalion still alive. Wargs coming in now outside of the range of the towers and dealing a lot of damage. Isengard currently is managing to pin down Mordor really, really well. Some damage dealt. I mean, he's got rid of 1 tower, which is 250 resources, and he hasn't actually lost anything from it. But nothing really seriously done there. And he has... His Isengard scouts are really low on health now. That battalion is nowhere near as effective as it used to be. And all of these units are low on health now. So, was it worth it, that little push? Maybe. I guess it forced Mordor to retreat back and at least now he's got the fear. And look, that fear of that base push has forced him to buy even more towers. So I would say that, yes, that base push was worth it. He didn't get a lot, but look, 500 resources he's had to spend on more towers. And now he's kind of living in fear of being pushed again. He's going for more wildmen, potentially thinking that he could do another base push if he upgrades them. Let's have a look at the CP. So 700 CP. He's on 3 power points at the moment. Mordor's still only on 1, so all of those power points from that warg trample. Where are his pikes? He's just adamantly not going for pikes. I would retreat here. You can't beat that Mordor clump. Wargs coming in to try and help out. The armor, though, the armor could be nice. So I guess his plan is just, I mean, he's wanting to keep hold of this investment, which is a nice idea. Mordor actually retreating now. So it was worth fighting there in the end. Look at this trample, and let's have a look at the spell points. 3 spell points already. This is looking really, really good for Smaergollum at the moment. Mordor forced to stay within his base. Orcs going down. This battalion is now on level 2. Has he lost his other battalion? No, his other battalion is still alive. There's 1 guy on really, really low health. Still alive. Unfortunately, there's no Brunnen for the Isengard. So he can't heal them. But 4 spell points now. And he's actually gained an extra 2 spell points from that battle because he's just bought Tainted Land and he's got an extra spell point. And Mordor gaining almost no spell points there. So yeah, they're 3 orcs, but the spell point gain of Isengard is really strong at the moment. He's got complete control of the map as well. Getting the outside farms. Look how many outside farms Smaergollum has got. He just needs to come over here and grab this last one. Maybe do a bit of creeping with the wargs so that they're not idle. While Mordor just camps in his base and just produces a shitload more orcs. This is not looking good for Mordor. What is the plan here? What is the plan? I mean, Isengard, and he's going for in-base eco as well. I like it. He's building a very, very strong position here. Isengard's got so much to choose from. So many options that he could go for. Like, you know, Uruks, upgraded Uruks. Even Saruman would be nice. Lurch to counter some Nazgul play. He's actually killing off his orcs here to try and level them up. Is he using Bloodthirsty? But they're not actually gaining any levels. He's actually just killing his own orcs now. Absolute pro plays here from Fubuky. Nice. Oh, now they're gaining levels. So he's trying to get that level for Sauron there to get him onto level 5. I actually did this. I used to do this quite a bit, but I completely forgot about it. He was using Bloodthirsty on his own units, because why not? His CP blocked anyway, to get him to level 5 so that Sauron can gain an extra level. I actually don't disagree with this. It's actually a legit strat. Quite an easy way to get your orcs to level 5, and there they are, and that's an extra Sauron level. So all he needs now is a Nazgul, and he's got a Sauron on level 3. Palantir again, really, really nice, because you can use the Palantir throughout the game. He's now purchased his Sauron. You can use the Palantir throughout the game to just keep an eye on your opponent. Just make sure that he's not going for anything tricky. He's not maybe going for some trolls or anything suspicious like that. And if I'm Smaergollum in this position, I'm looking at his base and I'm thinking, you know what, I'm pretty happy here. Like, I've got so much more of the map. I've got such a strong economy. You can see he's not got any pikes as well if he looks carefully. He's just camping now near the tower. So it looks like we're going to have an hashtag epic siege. Siege in that model will be Cancer. Yeah. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the chat. Why no pikes? I don't understand. I know. Gollum going for a little bit of a push here. Is that wise? I guess when there's no pikes, like, why the hell not? Targeting the towers. You know what would be legit? Another Wildman pit and just spam the hell out of Wildman pits and just keep producing Wildmans and keep producing wargs and just trample. He's retreating now, so that push was not that great. It could actually work though. He would need like maybe like I would not be against saying like you know what, like 10 battalions of wargs. Why not? If he's going to refuse to buy pikes, just get like 10 battalions of wargs and then just keep spamming Wildman and keep upgrading them with all the extra eco you've got, and that's a win right there. Alternatively, like Saruman would absolutely wreck all of this stuff, and just maybe alerts to counter any hero play. But he's got so many options that he could do. If he wants to end it earlier, if he wants to be double sure and wait. They're gaining a little bit more control of the map with this clump. He needs more wargs. Go for the upgrade. Maybe go on... He's upgrading this one. I would upgrade this and produce more wargs, though. These Wildmen are not going to be ineffective against the orcs either. Especially when the wargs keep trampling. But he needs more wargs. Especially with Saruman's AoE. Tainted Land is nice. It's going to buff his infantry. But, like... What is Fubuky's plan here? It looks like he's gone for Devastation. Look how many spell points he's got. And Fubuky's got 3 spell points in total. Smaergollum's got 1, 2. What's that? 2 plus 3 is 5. So that's 5. And then another 3. That makes 8. So he's got 8 spell points. Whereas Fubuky's got 1, 2, 3. I think that's right. So way ahead on the spell points. And he's gone for double eco. So it looks like he's going to just play it safe. Go for the long run. Go for maybe the Urukai spam. And get a couple heroes and win that way. Nazgul out now. And yeah, like you said, the killing this Mordor base is going to be Cancer. Absolute Cancer. Level 3 though, so he's unlocked Screech. Another one, and he could... Ooh, the upgrade on the tribute camps is nice. So level 2 on all of the tribute camps. So using that influence of Sauron. So I guess the idea here for Fubuky was to just camp out, turtle up, and then produce enough orcs so that you can start to push out again. Yeah, I feel like maybe Smaergollum should have just like gone super heavy on the wargs. That would have been nice, because he's just refusing to buy pikes. You've got to punish that. Otherwise, how is he going to deal with this clump? Like, yes, he's getting Urukai, but they cost money and orcs don't. And wargs can just... Any cavalry is just so good against the clumps. But he needs a lot of it. 3 or 4 battalions is probably not enough in that massive clump. He's gone for a rune. Using the Howler now for that speed boost, which is nice. Every trample as well is getting him so many CP. He has gone for alerts, which is nice. Going to be able to counter the Nazgul and maybe even get Sauron so that he's not getting his influence on the buildings. Creeping with some pikemen in the meantime. Just trampling this no pike army. Still refusing to get pikes. I guess it's a strat. Let's have a look at the chat while this is going on. Nazgul going to be able to deal some damage. Look at this clump. This is why you need... But some people would look at this and use their wargs, and their wargs being slowed down and losing their wargs like this, and think, well, surely that means that the wargs are just not good against the orc clump. Well, no, that's not the issue. The issue is you need like 10 of them. Then it's going to be super effective. Whereas now, you just haven't got enough. It's the right choice. It's the right counter. But you just have not got enough of them. You need more. I mean, at least that's what I feel about it. There's obviously other strategies. Like, again, maybe he's going to go for Saruman here. 1,000 resources. He's got complete domination of the map. And Mordor's just having to pull back. He has got pikes now. I guess that's the plan. Just focus on getting the Easterling pikes. But it's looking like we're going to head for a big, massive #siege. He will not, just needs to use his brain. He should go for forges inside when he has the map. He's gone for actually the Uruk discount, which is not the best, I would say. I would probably agree with that. Like, he's got enough mine shafts now. Maybe go for forges. Wolfgar, this is the only way that Gollum can lose. You think that Gollum is losing at the moment. If he keeps brain freezing, I don't think he's losing. I don't think he's necessarily brain freezing either. He's just playing it slow, although Cirith Ungol is a big deal now. Fubuky is going for hero. Soloikos, go bring a red ball to your brother. He should have gone super heavy on the Bjorns. Yes, that is the counter to everything. The problem is now, if he loses alerts, if his hero micromanagement isn't good, he's crippled the Nazgul though. He's got Ugluk out as well, which Ugluk and Lurtz work really nicely together because Lurtz is such a good hero killer, and Ugluk can heal Lurtz. So he's not that worried about going straight in. Let's have a look at this Nazgul. It's still on full health. Lurtz actually targets some Gorbag. He's quite low on health though, but again, Ugluk could heal as he's just done here. Plenty of wargs, but like, look at the CP, 580 for Isengard. 700 for Mordor. Now the trample of the wargs is bringing that down, but he's quickly replenishing them from his barracks. Maybe this is a bit of a brain freeze, and he's at least got one pike now. He's going to be he's getting his Cirith Ungol out as well. The problem here is, yes, he's got big control of the map, but he can start to lose it here. The income of Fubuky is way better. Berserkers would be nice. Mordor waiting for Felbeast spam, an easy comeback. This game will last ages, 1 hour at least. Or maybe Gollum will rage quit soon, he should. Base rush with 6 PowerPoint spells. Look at the spells! Those tramples, getting those spells. That, like, imagine if he had got like way more wargs and he'd done way more trampling. It could be close to like a level 10 power. This is so strong for nice use of it as well, to target the Cirith Ungol, which is his main priority, that he needs to get rid of that. Mordor actually pulling back now, just because of this one spell, and it's only one of 3. This spell is so strong for Isengard. I know Isengard isn't the strongest faction, he's actually deleted it there, has he? Mouth of Sauron out as well. It's looking more and more dangerous for Isengard as we go along. Against all these towers, yeah. But these spells are going to be quite a big deal, I think. Look at that trample again, and the spell points are going to be huge. More and more spell points. Like another few tramples like that, and he's going to get to his level 10 ability. I still personally feel like Smaergollum is winning this. Like, careful, because there are pikes there. Like, he hasn't countered it perfectly, but he's just playing it safe. Like, he has got so much more eco. Look, 2,500 resources. I don't think that Gollum... yes, they are level 3. Let's look at the tick. What is the tick on these? Let's see it. Has it come out? 40. So 40 tick on each one of these. And he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them. So that's 200, right? 200 per tick for all of these together. Which is not a lot. That's not a lot. I'm sure Smaergollum is getting more than 200, especially with his furnace here. So these are 17 each, so quite a bit less. This one here is 50. He could always upgrade his eco. 8 catapults. He's getting catapults from his siege works. Here is Saruman now. That is a great counter. That is a great counter. I really like that. The only problem is the... oh, Ugluk is in trouble here. The only problem is it's the hero spam of Mordor that could bring him some trouble. Get some crossbows, surely. Get some crossbows to target the pikes. Wargs are going to do fine here, I believe. He's got a lot of them now, which I really like. Mass Cav versus Mordor is so strong. Lurtz here on the mouth of Sauron. He's got Wargs there as well. And he's targeting this catapult. It's looking good for Isengard now, I do believe. Still he's behind on CP. Shelob coming out, which could be a big deal. Ugluk and Saruman trying to target these Nazgul. Needs to be careful. Does not want to lose his heroes here. Saruman getting close to this clump of orcs. Is he going for a wizard blast? But he needs to be careful. He's on very, very low health. Saruman could go down here. That is a big deal. Cavalry summoned, but Saruman has gone down. That is huge. Smaergollum has said GG. And the rage quit from Smaergollum. Oh my god. Did it need that rage quit? Oh my god. And Smaergollum crashes out of the tournament. So many surprises in this tournament, guys. Oh my god. I feel like he was still okay. Even losing Saruman there. I guess he lost Lurtz and Ugluk too. Look at the final score. That is a shocker. I mean, like, even if he's lost his heroes, he's got a strong chance of a win there still. I think that was legit just a rage quit. He just got an outpost too. Oh. The rage quit. 2.66 kill to death ratio. Look at his eco. 30,000 versus 19,000. Why quit there? Why quit there? Because you're ahead on eco and you've got an extra outpost. Let's have a look at the heroes. 5 heroes built and 5 heroes lost. That's why he rage quitted. He lost all his heroes in that little fight to the hero spam of Mordor, who only lost 2. So the hero micromanagement decided it in the end, but only because he gave the GG. I mean, yeah, maybe he would have lost from that position, but maybe not. I would have carried on. Think about his spell points that he had too. Good game though. Well, I mean, it was a bit campy, and then the brain fart and the GG, the rage quit from Smaergollum. GG. Well, easy to stream at least. 2 games over. I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Elendil best. I guess we'll see. GG, well played. So Fubuky moves on to meet. Who is he going to meet in the finals then? Or in the semi-finals? So Fubuky has beaten Smaergollum here. Which puts him where? So Smaergollum versus Fubuky. Was that a semi-final match? No, it wasn't, was it? Quarter-final. So Fubuky is beating Smaergollum going into the semi-finals to meet either Elendil or Ifriton. So Fubuky versus Elendil or Ifriton, who will progress to the final. Whereas it's looking like me, because I don't think Fabian's accepted my suggestion of a re. So I think it's going to be me versus DSS later today at 8 PM Central European time. Whoever wins that fight will then go on to meet either Luke or Schlaufkampf. I guess that's how you pronounce his name. In the other semi-finals. So there we have it, guys. Elendil Fubuky rematch. Well, GG. Let's see if Smaergollum is willing to do an interview after that. Oops, wrong one. I went in live stream count. That's where I want to be.
Hey, good fella.
Hello.
Hello.
So let's speak on English then. So we didn't see you gambling. So it was you for us that you built him. Good fella, your opinion?
The gambling start.
For both games.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I like the idea of getting a gambling because it makes your infantry so much stronger. In some senses, I think sometimes it's almost necessary if the infantry of the enemy is so much stronger than yours. You still, even though Rohan obviously has got really good cavalry, you still need a decent infantry. So I'm not against getting gambling, but as we've seen in the past couple of games, the gambling start has led to the defeat of two really really good players in Jojo and Smaergollum. So I don't know. Maybe gambling needs to come out a little bit later. It's just risky. That's the thing. It's just risky. It's good if it works, but it's just so risky. And if you lose him, then you've lost so much money. But if it works really well.
Okay.
Yeah, I also think I didn't really have any protection for him, and that
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
unfortunate.
you need that army to defend him, don't you? What happened with the last game then, Smaergollum? Because you gave the GG, but I personally thought that you were actually going to potentially still win.
I don't think I could have won because like he killed all my heroes and like more late game OP. So like longer it goes, the worse it is for Isengard, I would say.
Yeah,
Vor allem hast du keinen einzigen Helden von mir gekillt.
Yeah, that was a problem.
I agree with that, but I felt like you still had some chances. Your economy was way stronger than his, even though his was level 3. Looking at the game at the end, at the stats, you had a really strong economy still.
Yeah, I think it was like the problem that I just thought like, yeah, let's just upgrade all my Wildmen and Wolfgar with
And
torches and charge in the base and YOLO, and I lost everything.
I feel like maybe that would have worked if you had got like a lot more wargs. If you'd got like I was saying in the stream, like even like 10 wargs. Like why not just mass wargs? Because you were just refusing to buy pikes. And the other thing was your spell points. You had so many more spell points than him. At one point he was on 2 and you were on like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Just from those tramples. So your level 10 would have come way before his if you'd carried on. So you could have even maybe gone for a base rush with that level 10.
And hasn't Isengard also a really good late game?
Yeah.
Well,
pretty
yes,
strong.
but
Not as good
I
as Mordor's, but
yeah,
Okay.
Mordor with all the debuffs and the free stuff and like the ability of Mouth of Sauron and all this shit. It's pretty strong, I would say.
yeah.
But like you can finish it before normally if you don't do stupid stuff like me.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I just felt like you were so strong in that position. Maybe going for the Oryx was maybe the wrong decision. Maybe just going more wargs to start with. But it's a hard one.
Yeah.
He just was not producing any pikes. It was ridiculous. It was like no pikes ever. Until he got the rune reinforcements.
Yeah, and he had later killed Ungul. A few at least.
Yeah, and then he got that, and I like that summon that you used on it, and you got rid of that, so that was a good play. Maybe then you could have got some like archers from your Auric pit and trampled with the wargs, but I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I also think as a new meta of Mordor is pretty new, so
Yeah.
I don't really know what to do against it. But Fu played better and he won, and that's fine.
Yep. And he's going into the semi-finals now, right?
Exactly. Like you do, good fella.
Yep.
Maybe.
I think so.
Later.
I haven't had any reply from Fabian yet. Well, I have had a reply, but he hasn't mentioned anything about the rematch, so I guess.
Okay. Okay, so I talked to him as well, but he didn't mention the rematch as well, so
Yeah.
I think he's good with it.
Yeah.
And we leave it like that.
Yeah. So it'll be me versus DSS at 8 p.m, right?
I think so. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, perfect. Fubuky, does Fubuky speak English?
Not as well. I
My
guess.
English is very.
It's very.
Oh,
You could have either said you cut out then. So you said my English is very. It could have been good or it could have been bad. I don't know.
I can translate for you.
Okay.
Oh, fella, just speak German easy.
Yeah, I could just speak in German. To be fair.
All right, let's do it.
Hello.
That was that was a good first step.
And now I don't know where to go from that.
No worries, no worries. I think we're done for that now.
Well-
I think we're done for the match Fubuki and Smaergollum.
I thought fella wanted to ask some questions.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Just one or
Go
two.
for it. Go for it.
So for Bucky, I was surprised to see your strategy with Mordor, that you're using the new meta of Mordor that's just recently been developed. Is that because you watch some of the tournament games, or is that because you've been playing Mordor recently in the community?
Also er hat jetzt gefragt, ob du, also ob die Mordor-Strategie, die du gemacht hast, ob du die jetzt aus dem Turnier her übernommen hast, weil du irgendwie anders gespielt hast quasi als normal.
Ich glaube, die Strategie habe ich selbst so für mich praktisch erschaffen. Also ich habe das ja im ersten Spiel gegen Elendil gemacht und auch einmal vor Elendil und es hat zweimal funktioniert und da dachte ich mir, ja, das Easy Late Game, das Mordor Late Game ist ab Sauron Level 7 erreicht. Und wenn ich bis dahin überlebe, kann ich das Spiel gut und schnell finishen. Deswegen habe ich das immer benutzt. Oder
Okay.
so durchgezogen.
Fubuki says he has implemented the strategy for himself and that he thinks that level 7 Sauron is relatively easy to get, and when Sauron is level 7, he has something like an auto win against Isengard when the heroes are all surviving.
True.
So
yeah. he didn't change his strategy based on what other people were doing. He just kind of made it up himself.
Yeah.
Nice. And then the last question is, why no pikes?
Warum keine Piken? Ja.
Brauche ich nicht. Meine Armee ist so, wenn ich sie klumpe, bleiben die Wahl stecken. Und spätestens, wenn ich drin einen Spellpoint habe, bekomme ich kostenlose Speere. Und die einzigen Speere, die ich dazu noch brauche, sind 3 Bataillone und die kriege ich aus der Ungel-Kaserne. Also von daher ist es auch ganz gut. Und vor allem habe ich noch Saurons Mund, der noch einen Debuff für die Kavallerie hat. Deswegen ist die auch langsamer. Daher habe ich da nicht so viel Angst vor gehabt.
He said that his clump is big enough to stop the cavalry, and then when he get 3 spell points, he has 3 pikemen from the rune spell. Yeah, two spell points. And the only pikes then he needs sind the ones from Sirit Ungol, and they are just for cost, not for command points. And also he has what Sauron's Mund in English is?
Mouth of Sauron.
Mouth of Sauron, who has a debuff for the cavalry, so that the cavalry is slower, and then he can stop it with his clump.
Yeah, it worked in that game. Risky, but it worked in that game.
Also er sagt, es war gefährlich, aber es hat in dem Spiel funktioniert.
Es hat bisher immer ganz gut geklappt, deswegen.
It has worked in all his games.
Nice.
To now.
Nice. Yeah, that's great. And then I've learned one more German thing to say now. Warum keine Piken? Is that good?
That was the right term, but I think that was good.
Nice. I remember that one.
Great. Good. All right. I think we're gonna end it right here
Okay.
because I need to go.
I need to leave now.
I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for streaming, good fella, in English.
Yep. Thank you for streaming in Deutsch.
You're welcome. And see you in the next stream.
Yep. Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye bye.
See ya.
Ciao.